Peace. Copa, G.R.O.W.T.H podcast. Wake your glass up. Today is March 9th. Wait a minute. Let me readjust my mic. Let's do this again. Peace. Copa, G.R.O.W.T.H podcast. Y'all already know what it is. Wake your glass up. Drop a chat in there. Drop a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me clearly. Got a new mic. Again, as always, trying to upscale, get some new equipment going in. Went ahead and bit the bullet earlier this week. Got a new mic, trying to upgrade. I see I have, let me see how many people I got. 1, maybe 2 watching right now. So as you come in, make sure you hit the like button. Drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear me clearly. I think everything should be coming through clearly. But again, today is March 9th. Again, this is the anniversary of the late, great, notorious B.I.G., aka Biggie Smalls. Rest in peace. When y'all come in, man, drop your favorite Biggie song. I'll probably touch back on that as we circle back in. But y'all saw the thumbnail. Wanted to have this discussion tonight about the black male image, the culture, and talking about the black male image and the things that we're seeing in the news lately. You know how I do, take all this stuff going on with celebrities, but scale it down to the average everyday brother. So we're going to talk about a couple of things tonight. I appreciate it if y'all tune in, like, share, subscribe, comment, discuss afterward. But shit, we just going to get into it tonight. I'm not going to belabor the point like I normally try not to do. I try not to keep y'all on here. I know you got to work in the morning or whatnot. Well, let's just have the discussion. So, of course, your boy Jamorant, Memphis Grizzlies, been in the league, giving them boys hell. Been giving them straight hell. And it seems like, okay, he got his head on the right, on the right path. He focused on the game. The Grizzlies has continued to get better. As he's been on the team, been the leader of the team, stepping into that role, even as a young player. He done put the team on his back, took the Warriors to the brink. But now it seems like young bro trying to veer off the path, trying to be something that we all know he's not. I'm not going to beat it up. I know people have been touching on it off and on all week. I'm going to try to go a slightly different direction, but we're going to have fun tonight. Also going to discuss that brother been making his rounds on TikTok. Said he got 7 kids by 7 different women. So y'all know I got to touch on that one. Then we're going to save last, of course not least, Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors and that image that they're putting out of black men doing something positive. I know Jonathan Majors had those sultry pictures with the pink cape on. I thought the cape was dope, in my opinion, but it was the pants for me that was like, no, bro, that ain't it. And I likened it to back in the day when Kobe took them sultry pictures, like the Spy versus Spy little comic strip. My boys got on me about that. Everybody know I love Kobe. I'm a huge Kobe fan. RIP to him as well. But them pictures wasn't it. But let's get into it tonight. Let's hear from the horse's mouth how this brother talked about how he has 7 kids from 7 different women.
I got 7 kids and 7 baby mamas. Now, for the past few days, I've been going live, telling my story, speaking my truth. And a lot of women having an issue calling me a deadbeat because I tell them I was being irresponsible, not wearing protection. But I always tell these women that I got pregnant that I do not want to be a father to these children. And I offer to pay for the abortion. Majority of times, they'll either take the abortion or they'll take a plan B. But only these 7 have kept these children.
I'm gonna pause it right there, because I think some people missed that part when they were discussing it, when he was discussing this, and it was floating around and people wanted to talk to him about it. Now he said he got 7 kids by 7 different women, and there's others that chose that followed what he said and went ahead and had the abortion or the plan B or whatnot. But he just these 7 that let him clap these cheeks and bust in them. But I just wanted to point that out, that there's more than 7. He's talking about the 7 that he got kids with.
The crazy thing about it is they want me to be responsible for some children I told them I did not want. So for some years now, Some of them been trying to get in contact with me. Access denied. Because I don't really know why you trying to get in contact with me. I done told you I did not want them kids. So don't expect me to be responsible financially, emotional, spiritually, mentally, or physically with some kids I do not want. And I don't give a fuck what nobody think about it. You're not gonna force children up on me. Yeah, we both made the decision to lay down and have intercourse. We both was irresponsible about the decisions we made that night. Yeah, I could have pulled out, but I didn't. And I ain't care to pull out because I'm not the one that gonna have to carry a baby for 9 months. It's the woman. In my opinion, women should be more careful on who they sleep with. Because you're gonna be like, one of my baby mamas trying to find me so I can financially support a kid I done told her or them I did not want. Another thing is, these just jump offs. These the type of women that I ain't even had to do nothing for. The bare minimum, but they gave me access to their body and they think I wanna be a father to a child for one of them? Like, I don't even have no type of love for these women. How do they expect me to love these children? Before y'all say, oh, he irresponsible, he a deadbeat, he don't take accountability. Yeah, I do. I just don't give a fuck. You ain't gonna force these children on me when I told you I ain't want them. Yeah, I can offer to pay for abortion, but at what point can I force a woman to go get an abortion? I cannot. A woman say, my body, my choice, but I say, it's my life, my choice. Before y'all try to stitch this shit and be like, black man this, black man that, I don't give a fuck. I really don't.
Y'all heard it from the horse's mouth. How many times do cats get in these platforms, day in, day out, night in, night out, on these panels, on YouTube, constantly talking about how fucked up black men are, how we need to step up our game, how we need to do this. How in the fuck are you gonna hold other brothers accountable when niggas like that exist? And he's telling you, I appreciate the brother's honesty. The brother's telling the truth. He's telling you, he's told these women who he was, and they still let him nut in them. They still let this dude run up in them raw and bust off in them. And somehow, some way, this makes sense to so many of our sisters, because flip the coin over, then the conversation is, my body, my choice. Don't call me no hoe. Well, just because a woman has a healthy sexual appetite, there's nothing wrong with that. But these are the guys they fucking with. And like I keep fucking saying, this is one man, one for 5 women. 5, well, in his case, 7 women. It's one man knocking down 7 women. You can't tell me that these 7 women don't have 7 good men individually trying to holler at them, but they don't want that nigga. They want dudes like that. Bruh told you who he was, and you still let this nigga run up in you raw, nutting you. Now he talking about the women trying to find him. Trying to find him. To hold him accountable for the children they done made with him. And as the story gets a little bit deeper, I'm probably going to circle back on Buddy because he did a couple other interviews. But now he's saying he only got one that he really, really knows of. But still, the idea is the fact that this man then had access to these women's bodies. These other 7 women, or more than 7, because he said it himself. Well, 7 of them, they just decided to keep the baby. Them other women I done ran up in, they went ahead and got their abortion, or they went ahead and popped the plan B or whatnot. But women have convinced men that we are pieces of shit based off of niggas like that. They'll take that individual dude, paint a picture of black men in general. But if we get on here in this YouTube, Red Pill, Manosphere, relationship panel, whatever the fuck you want to call yourself, dating coach, if we get on here, talk about holding the women accountable for who they done slept with, who they done had kids with, we're the fucking issue. We're just hating. And somehow, again, some way, this shit makes sense in they lady brain. And when I say their lady brain, I'm not just talking about the women. It's plenty of grown ass men that want to hold this dude accountable and saying, oh, he left these women out to dry. Oh, he's not taking care of his responsibilities. Oh, he's not, a good representation of a black man, which that part I do agree with, because again, the culture. But this is the culture we're in. This is where I'm gonna start hitting on. This is our culture. We're so quick to call another dude lame, call him corny for exercising dick control. I know several brothers in their 40s with no kids, haven't been married. Or some of them have been married, no kids. And all of them have felt bad at some point. I'd have had to talk my brothers off the ledge because he's over a certain age and don't have kids, and these women looking at him side-eye. Let me see some of these comments come in. What's going on, D. Scott? Peace. Love and power to you too, bro. It's just crazy because brothers are coming this space, want to shit on another brother for being in love. I've never seen, like, our culture is fucked up. I don't know how it is a black man can love a black woman, flowers and candy guy, nice guy, however the fuck you want to term that shit, and then he gets called gay because he was sweet to her, he was nice to her, he was kind to her. Now all of a sudden, oh, this nigga gay. Oh, you one of them in love ass niggas. Oh, here you go. And it's not just the brothers. We get that shit from our women. A black man is capable of love. All of a sudden, something's wrong with him. It's two things that people accept from black men a lot of time. It's anger and lust. And dude is operating in lust, but so many goddamn women still gravitate toward him. He told one story. I don't even know the brother page. I would shout him out so y'all can go hear it again out the horse's mouth. But he was telling one story where he was fucking with this married woman. Got her ass pregnant. The bitch didn't even tell her husband. How do you think that shit gonna go? And I caution brothers all the time, man, stop fucking with married women. But it's all in the music again. It's all in the culture. Everybody, I fucked your bitch. I'm fucking your baby mama. Niggas be trying to move on that shit, but your ass will end up, shout out to my partner Theo Coop, with the Do Better podcast. Y'all make sure y'all go follow, bro. But shout out to Theo Coop. He said something earlier talking about this same situation. Your ass will be fucking with a married woman and just end up with a bullet in the back of your head and you don't even know why the fuck you dead. Because her husband caught wind of that shit. And usually, as man code, brother's gonna go check another brother. Now, he might check his wife at the house, and speak of the devil. Brother just popped in. Salute, Theo. I just mentioned, I just go ahead and drop your link in the chat. I just mentioned what you were talking about earlier with bruh. Got 7 kids by 7 different women, and one of them was a married woman that she didn't even tell that she had got pregnant by the dude. She didn't let her husband know. Husband walking around thinking the baby his and shit. And when that shit come to fruition, and he decided to fuck her up, guess what? Everybody, and I'm not condoning that shit, but like Chris Rock said, I understand. You can't tell somebody how to fucking move and stay even keel on some emotional shit that's gonna tear you the fuck up. And I know we hate that E word in this space. Oh, he's emotional. He lost control of his emotions. He did. But at the end of the day, you still got your ass whooped or killed as a woman. But they love putting on the news, acting like the dude just flipped the fuck out. He just came home tired from work, was angry at the world, and took it out on his wife. No, the bitch got pregnant by another dude. And somehow, some way, it make fucking sense. You gonna catch a fucking charge. Somebody going to jail. Somebody going in the ground. But again, when that shit happens, all it turns into, man, these niggas crazy out here. I don't know what's wrong with our men. What's going on with black men? We got to have all these deep ass discussions. We got to have a fucking town hall meeting because we need to understand what's going on with black men. But we got women out here moving like that. And dude told you the other thing. I'm going to dig in on this one real quick. Dude told you these is just bust downs. And I don't think they're busted women he probably messing with. Cause I can hear it in dude's voice. He's somewhere below the Mason-Dixon, I believe, bro, in Texas. Like, he's a southern nigga. It's plenty of thick ass, beautiful black women down here moving on that type of shit. That's the type of dude they lay up with. That's who they open their legs for. I'm gonna take a pause real quick. Y'all see the link, and I dropped it in the chat. It's at the top link. Let me see if I can pin it real quick. If y'all want to hop in and just chime in on some of this shit with me, then, you know, y'all can hop in. If not, I'm gonna keep on cooking. Look, Theo said it again. I told y'all what bruh said earlier, and I have told my homeboys about this shit, bruh. Stop fucking with her. Well, no, man, she going, and this the other thing we miss as men. Oh, she going through a divorce. Them papers ain't signed, bruh. That ink ain't dry. And even after the divorce, even after that shit finalized, dude's still gonna be in his feelings. So if you come in as the next guy, the rebound guy, whatever the case may be, you still got to kind of look over your shoulder. You don't know if that shit is completely out of his system or her system. Because you'll be fucking with this married chick, and then all of a sudden, yeah, we was going to do it, but, you know, we kind of worked things out. We ended up talking. You got to understand, because when people get married, you connected to that family. And it's crazy people that hit you with all this. Oh, we was married for 7 years. That nigga don't mean shit to me. He was toxic the whole time. I should have left, blah, 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 blah. That's what the fuck she telling you. That nigga was over there in love like a motherfucker. Heartbroken. And this is the other thing that brothers got to stop doing. Stop making these women your whole fucking world. This is why dudes flip the fuck out when they lose their family. Because his kid's gone, his woman gone, and that was his whole world. This whole stereotypical tropes and traits and shit of, you know, black men don't love our women, we don't love our children and shit like that is bullshit. It's a lot of brothers will move heaven and hell for their woman. And after that divorce, he can't see his kids like he used to. He ain't got access to his woman, whether it's companionship or the box. Whatever you want to boil that shit down to. He don't have access to this woman, but now he got to pay child support and alimony for a family that he don't have no more. Oh, nigga, some shit getting fucked up. Some shit is getting fucked up. I don't care if it's your house, your car. Unfortunately, a lot of brothers flip the fuck out again because that woman is his world. He literally just lost his world. So killing her, that shit ain't gonna matter to him. I know it sounds extreme, but we see this shit. We see it happen in real time, but notice the news never digs in. They just report what the fuck happened. They never tell you how that shit got there. And it's always easier to put it on a man than put it on a woman, especially a black man. Get to one of these other comments. Y'all shout out to Broken Traditions, man. What's good, brother? You safe on the road, man? Don't be texting and driving and shit, man. Just hit me up later. Hit me up tomorrow, bro. I know you're supposed to be on the road. Drive safe, man. Tell nephew I said what up. But I appreciate you checking in, man. Shout out to Ray. Man spinning fat. It's sad. You live right, you're seen as a sucker. Nah, I'd rather live like that than live destructive lifestyle. Facts. There's plenty of brothers out here trying to do right. Fuck trying. There's plenty of brothers out here doing right. Ain't nobody say it perfect. I did not say perfect. They're doing right. Doing right by their job, by their woman, by kids that ain't theirs. I was having a conversation earlier today with one of my partners. Taking care of a household. Still catching smoke from his old lady. About some of the most petty shit. Again, I said it, I think I said it on my last live. A lot of women, not all, but a lot of women will make something up to be wrong with this good dude. She'll find an excuse to stay with some fuck ass nigga. And I'm quite sure these bust downs the dude was just talking about, it ain't just one. It's not just a one-time interaction. He probably done jugged up a couple of good times. I know it don't take but once to have the baby, but he probably done knocked it down a couple of good times and slid the fuck off. Probably done had his share of one-night stands. This is the trouble with the culture. We love talking about game. We love game. We love brothers trying to pimp and play player and all that shit. But then the end of results is some kids that don't have a daddy. From a brother that was honest enough with you to tell you he didn't want to be a father. Because it take two to tango, right? You want him to pay for it, but it take two to tango and you let this nigga run up in you raw. You let him beat your back end and nut in you. How many times have we heard that fucking excuse of, oh, I'm allergic to latex, I don't like condoms, just don't nut in me, so on and so forth. Bruh, you gotta be smarter than these women. These bitches they operate in lust too. They love telling men, oh, we think with our little head and shit like that. These bitches be thinking with they clit. And after a certain age, if she in the space where she thinks she done caught baby fever and she want a child, if you look good enough and seem like you got good enough game and you, or even enough means to take care of a child, she ain't even thinking about taking care of the family. They don't think like that. They think motherhood. We're thinking about family. The brothers that want to move like that. But then again, everybody keeps shoving guys like this in our fucking face. I'm so glad bruh dropped this goddamn video and not only told on himself, he said he don't give a fuck. He ain't finna slow down for nobody. He gonna keep moving like that. Cause guess what? These bird brain assholes gonna keep opening up their fucking legs for niggas like that. And then they're gonna want brothers like myself or you out there listening that got means, got a work ethic, which women totally throw out the fucking window. Brothers with fucking work ethic, you matter. You may not have that shit right now. Your work ethic is gonna get you there though. And it's gonna get you there sooner than later. But it is a bit of delayed gratification. You may not have had it right then when she was looking for something. The house, the fantasy of trips and all that shit. But once you got it, bro, you got it. You got it. My partner I was just talking about the couch catching smoke from his old lady. He just bought his house. But that's his shit. So when her ass get to acting up too much, bitch, you gotta go. Trust me, I had to do it 2 years ago. I got another partner out there on the road now driving trucks, hustling his motherfucking ass off. Shout out to Chris, man. I know the brother don't mind me dropping his name. Y'all don't know who that nigga is, but I know that brother's story. He done moved heaven and hell for his old lady and some kids that wasn't his. And when that breakup happened, it's been radio silence until she started trying to use the kids as a pawn. The kids miss you. Hitting them on the low and all that shit. It's not even about you, bruh. She don't give a fuck what you do for them. It's just the fact that it's getting done. She don't care about you. So at the end of the day, that shit still boiled down to her selfish ass. She ain't even think about you. So if you're in a position where you can build something, bruh, you need to go build that shit. Take your time. It's your time to take. I dropped a morning motivation like I try to do every other day or whatnot. Stop looking for people to give you credit for the shit that you already doing. It's your credit. It's not theirs to give. Again, think about how we actually speak. Stop for a second and think about how we fucking talk. I just wish they give me my credit. I want the credit I deserve. Nigga, give it to yourself. Give it to yourself. You got to be a bit of an asshole. You got to be a little bit cold-hearted. You know the fucking work you did. You sweated. You shed those tears. You grinded off. So you got to keep pushing through that shit, man. But again, you got to be aware. Niggas like Buddy just finished talking about the 7 kids, 7 baby mamas, or multiple women that chose to have the abortion or whatnot. They're going to do what they're going to do. That group of people, but be wary of those women because that's who she actually likes. She's going to give her time and her body and her effort to that type of nigga. I ain't going to keep beating a dead horse. Let's move on. Your boy. Let me give myself some goddamn applause. We're going to talk about your boy real quick. Again, the link is in the chat at the top. Hold on. Uh-oh. I think I missed a comment. Let me scroll up a little bit. Give me a quick second. See what Theo talking about. I've been saying the same thing. Women are driven by sex just as much, if not more, as men. And I think it gets worse as they get older, ages 30, 40. Science has already said that. A lot of women, they, for whatever reason, right before their ass hit menopause and that pussy dry out good for the last damn time, they ass a hit 35, 40, 45 years old, then all of a sudden want dick all the time. This is why you hear these grown ass women, while they talking shit about black men with podcasts, this is why you hear these grown ass women on here sounding like they still fucking 14. They still judging men off high school criteria. 6-pack, 6 foot, 6 figures, 6'6", and y'all wonder why that man taking you through hell, sis. Yo, extra dumb ass. But these bitches own that shit, bro. I'm telling you, because who sets that hard ass? Now, as men, they love telling us we're physical and visual, but everybody got that one that don't nobody know about. I don't give a fuck how ugly she was, how big she was. Everybody got that one that, hey, nigga, that night, I had to get that shit off. It is what it is. You're going to take that shit to the grave. You might tell your closest partners, and then y'all laugh and smoke and share the story about how that nigga got one too. And shit, nigga, I almost hit the same chick. Whether it was college, high school, military time, the ugly ass fat bitch from work, but she got an ass on her. Her face was a 3, but the ass was a 10. We all got them. But who sets them strict ass standards when it comes to some dick? Women. He got to look like this. He got to do this. He got to have that. They got a whole fucking list. So they're every bit as physical and visual as we are, man. Don't let these bras confuse you. And when I say these bras, I ain't even talking about the bras you fucking with. I'm talking about the women in your damn family. If you stop for a second, take your goddamn feelings out of it, and watch how your cousins move, watch how your sister move. Unfortunately, some brothers, watch how your mama move. Mr. Charles, Mr. Joe, and Mr. Willie were not your uncles. Mr. Charles fixed the shit out of car. Mr. Willie cut the fuck out some grass. And who I say, Mr. Joe, good as hell around the house fixing other shit. Some brothers had some fire-ass Christmases because they mama got some fire-ass head. But don't nobody want to talk about that. So a lot of these brothers ain't gonna hold these women that this brother was knocking down, those 7 women. They're never gonna hold these women accountable, right? They're gonna blame it on that black man. Why? Because their mama was on the same type of hoe shit. And what do black women tell us all the time? I had my fun. I did my thing. This, that, and the third. AKA, you a hoe. You had your hoe phase. Y'all brag on it all the time. Gonna pivot a little bit, man. Let's talk about this boy Ja. Again, that's one part of the image. The over-sexualization of the black male. You gotta be a fucking porn star. But again, you don't see too many women complaining about guys like this until he done left their ass with a kid to raise, like the bitch don't know how sex work. Then you got a young brother like Ja. What, 23? Multi-millionaire like that. He got the looks, he got the twists, he got everything that the chicks like about him. I like the nigga because he balled his ass off. It's like having Allen Iverson and D Rose in the same fucking body. That young nigga is cold, but he's slipping. A lot of people want to talk about, oh, he in Memphis, he picking up on the Memphis culture and shit like that. Nigga, the people that I know from Memphis, like, bruh, I ain't got no reason to go back home. I made it out. Now, granted, he's on this professional team, balling, getting his money. But y'all done seen it. Brother got suspended. They had an investigation going on. We'll get to that in a minute. Let's look at this little this little pea shooter. This damn spitball he was rolling around with in the club. But real quick, before we get to Ja, y'all see the t-shirt or the hoodie? I got it in t-shirt form too. Stop lying on black men. Because people that take Buddy with the 7 kids, say 7 baby mamas, want to make it look like that's all of us, and it ain't. A lot of men don't even have a chance to procreate like that. Stop lying on black men. But let's get into this commercial. If y'all want to support, y'all see the Cash App at the top. Y'all see the PayPal at the top. I appreciate it. I'm still trying to get monetized. It's been growing. I really appreciate everybody that's been rocking with me. I'm trying to own this push to 1,000 subscribers, plus, of course, and the 4,000 watch hours, plus, of course, to get monetized. But in the meantime, y'all can support. Y'all see the hoodie. Let's get into the commercial. Put up the QR code. Y'all can see that as well. Take a snapshot with your phones. If you want to go straight to the website, I'll drop it in the chat real quick. Salute to me. Again, I appreciate it if y'all want to support. Cash App, PayPal, the website. But this is the QR code. Leave it up real quick. Let y'all get a snapshot with your phone if you're watching on your computers or have somebody else, or do it later on. But I just dropped the link in the chat for the website as well. It's priorities, like getting your priorities straight. So just trying to push a little bit of positivity. I know I be talking shit, and I know I cuss a lot and smoke my goddamn cigars. That shit ain't finna slow down. If this ain't your type of space, need you to get the fuck, goddamn it, let's hear from Bernie.
People don't like how you be yourself. Fuck them. Fuck them up against the wall. Wear handcuffs on and crazy through on their lips.
Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to Bernie Mac. But if you're not fucking with the boy, get the fuck on. But before you leave a like or dislike. I'm still getting engagement off that shit. But we gonna move on into hold on, let me yes, Theo, I did applaud myself, bro. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give myself one of these.
Yes, sir. This nigga's spitting. Damn, nigga.
Y'all just let me know when I start lying to y'all, man. I came here for the truth and the truth alone. But yeah, let's get into this video with Ja, man. Cause the little bro bugging. He really is, man. Look at this. Hopefully y'all can see that kind of. Y'all see that little. I want to call it a gun. What's your boy from Looney Tunes? My P83 modulator. That little pistol. The little Martian motherfucker had. This nigga had a goddamn spitball gun. Like, nigga, I done seen, I don't know what the fuck that was supposed to be, but apparently it's a gun, and it was enough for his ass to bug the fuck out, which is why his ass got caught up. Let me bring you back to me. Theo said that's a guy. He said that's a cap gun. That's, the nigga got that starter pistol. that was that shit from Harlem Nights, man. That shit was from Harlem Nights. Man, stop shooting that little shit. Like, what the fuck is you doing with that, Ja? And then the thing is, the bruh got in trouble with that shit because now they got to investigate. Did you travel with that shit? Did you leave from Tennessee to Colorado, from Memphis to Denver for the game and had that shit on the team plane? That's why they started investigating that shit. Now, luckily, they dropped they said they stopped the investigation. They couldn't find, any other evidence, but that's the fucking trick. But let's get into this other part. Some of this the newscast. So just listen to this. We're gonna listen to Stephen A. go the fuck off first.
Understand that the NBA knows everything. They know everything. They got off-duty police officers.
Facts.
You got former FBI agents,
Facts.
Connections with the DEA,
Facts.
and beyond. They know everything.
Facts.
Everything they want to know. They know where you go. They know where you party. They know who you messing around with. They know if you on the sauce. They know if you puffing and passing. They know everything. Everything.
And notice how many times
And
he said
if you
everything.
are from, and this is the thing that drives me crazy, Kendrick, especially to you. We from the streets. The fact of the matter is, you know and I know, a lot of us come from neighborhoods where you got people doing stuff to one another for hundreds of dollars. Well, what you think the NBA is going to do to protect a multi-billion-dollar establishment? The same is applicable to the NFL and all of these other leagues.
Facts.
Pay attention. There was a video on social media the other day where they were showing some old clip of Carmelo Anthony and how he was talking about a meeting he once had with former commissioner David Stern, where David Stern sat him down and let him know, we know everything. We know where you're at, who you're with, who your boys are, the company you keep. We know everything, okay? And if they know everything, eventually, we're gonna know everything. We might not find it first in the first hour or the first day, but it don't take us long as the fourth estate, the media, to know. We know 90% of the things we don't say. 90% of the things we don't even say, we know. We know who you with. We know what you're doing. You've got
everything
to chill. And I think this is important, and I think that's the message that needs to be sent to jamorant. And if he needs some help with Taylor Jenkins and what he's saying, needs help, it intimates or it gives the interpretation that there's a bigger problem going on. So now you're gonna have people speculating about that, which is also something that's gonna negatively affect you as an asset.
And get to the next one. Listen
Welcome
to this.
back into Live Now from Fox. I am Andy Mack. I want to take you out to a story that is developing around one of the rising stars in the NBA, Memphis Grizzlies standout point guard jamorant, and an incident over.
Now, I'm just going to read this to y'all real quick. This little paragraph going toward the end says the investigation also concluded that no one was threatened or menaced with the firearm, and in fact, no firearm was ever located. Although the video was concerning enough to prompt an investigation, there was not enough available evidence to charge anyone with the crime. Under our justice system, all persons are presumed innocent until proven otherwise. We know that's a goddamn lie. But bro got money. He got an entourage, right? And he gonna keep on.
As you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out.
So now he don't got any charges, right? But that's the dangerous thing. That's the game they play. Oh, we on his ass. We on his ass. Is in the media. It's in social media. This, that, and the third. Oh, we didn't find enough evidence. They gonna give young bro enough rope to hang himself. So if he don't pump his fucking brakes, if he go back on the same bullshit, thinking, oh, I got away with it. He know he was on some bullshit, from whooping that kid ass at his house to pulling up with 9 other dudes at the mall. I'm gonna give y'all a backstory for those that may not know. His mom was in Finish Line, got into it with the chick or whoever the clerk was at Finish Line in the mall, and called Ja, and this nigga pulled up with 9 people, getting into it with a security guard, talking about what time you get off, I'll be back. Trying to be on some gangster shit, right? That shit don't go well for everybody, man, y'all. And what I keep saying, the system gonna get 2 niggas for the price of 1. One gonna go to jail, and one gonna be in the ground. Well, both of them going to jail. You're gonna keep playing silly ass games, you're gonna win some silly ass prizes. You fucking off this money. And this is the thing I was talking about with one of my other partners, man. What do you do with somebody like that young? Because guess what? They already scouting cats in 8th grade. They'll take this little hit, cut you your little guaranteed money, and let your ass slide the fuck off. Or trade you. Let somebody else pick up the tab. And now they got somebody else coming right behind you. The NBA is a business. Black men, not just the players, coaches, all that shit, us as fans, need to understand that it's just like Stephen A. said, it's a billion with a B dollar business. Ain't nobody finna fuck off their damn money because you won't stunt and act like you a thug and you ain't come from that. This goes against the argument of the 2-parent household. 2-parent household, private school, lived a good life. All the fuck this nigga gotta do is play ball and fuck with a couple of groupies. He good. But he gotta be cautious with that shit with the women. But think when that shit happens. And now you in a city that you're not from. He's from a small town in one of the Carolinas or whatnot. You're in a city that's one of the most violent cities, not states, violent cities in America. So we don't know who pulling on his coat. We don't know if he feel pressured or compelled to do this shit. But at the same time, this again is the culture. You got money, you can do whatever you want. We got to be careful with that whatever shit. This culture shit is gonna get has already got a lot of people hurt. And I'm not wishing bad luck or any bad juju on Ja. But this is the fucking fact, man. And it bothers the fuck out of me because I love basketball. Even with the protests, the boycotts or whatever from the Kyrie situation or any other times. I love basketball. I tell people all the time, I'll watch a 6th grade girls basketball game if they moving the ball, hustling and playing defense right, because I love basketball. So when you make it to this elite level and you start tricking off not just your money, but your opportunity. Like you can't. Let me get to some of these comments. Salute, Broken Tradition, brother. Me and Broken Tradition been going back and forth, man. He was trying to sell me his old mic. I was like, nah, bro, I got to get one of them podcast mic everybody else got. He told me to get the Shure. I had to go bite the bullet. I looked it up. I was like, man, fuck it, run it. So I bought me a new mic, man. I feel much more comfortable with this one. The one I had previously was like this little USB, this quick starter podcast mic. It was clipping sometimes and crackling. I done had a headache. If you've been rocking with me since last year, then y'all know like I be talking my shit, I be cooking, but at the same time, this microphone, my seasoning wasn't all the way done. Now I feel like I'm in the game. I'm trying to keep up with cats like a Broken Tradition. Salute, man. Salute. Yes, I forgot to drop my my nicknames at the beginning of the podcast, man. So Kofa, you spell my name Kofa, not coffee, not Kofi, not Kufu, Kofa, Demigod Kofa, aka Red Pool, aka Kofamus Prime, and now I'm gonna take the chef. Salute, Broken Tradition. But yeah, Ja's in his position, man, where like bro was on a run. I'm gonna show y'all this, and I want y'all to pay attention to the date. I put this shit up October 21st, 2022 on Facebook. And I said, I'm not the prediction guy, and I know it's only 2 games in, but that boy Ja going for MVP this year. He showed out them first 2 games, bro. I saw it. I love the game. I'm not gonna say I'm some basketball savant, but I know the game of basketball. I've watched too much. I've played too much. I know I'm not in the league and all that shit. That boy got it, man. He got talent. I saw that shit 2 games in, but now he done fucked it off because now he's suspended for the majority of if not the rest of the season, because the playoffs will be here, in another month and a half, month or 2? The playoffs are going to be here. I think the Grizz was sitting at number 2 in the West. They was on a tear, and now this shit happened. I think Adams just got hurt, either last night, day before, or something like that. So he probably out the rest of the season. But where's the team going to go now? So Ja would have been in the running, in the discussion for MVP, even if he comes out of this situation. I want y'all to pay attention. As black men, again, celebrity shit, scale it down to you. You got to be wary of your choices. You got to be wary of your circle. Because even that little starter pistol he had, it might have been one of his boys. He might have been joking and laughing and, oh, look at this little gun. You got to be aware of what you're doing. Once it's on the internet, once it's down on paper somewhere, that shit ain't going nowhere. So he wasn't aware of what the fuck he was doing. I'm not going to say he wasn't aware. He's a grown-ass man. He made a poor-ass choice, already knowing he got 2 other probably either lawsuits or cases coming back in Memphis, and now you're in a whole nother state. This is why they had to do the investigation. Now, again, he might be able to walk away, but guess what? He's not going to get that MVP trophy. Somebody was speaking on Kobe. Again, RIP, my favorite basketball player. That's my number 1. I think he's the GOAT. Yes, I got him over Jordan. I really love Kobe. But when Kobe went through those grape allegations, and even when it was founded that he did not grape that woman, the fact that he had to sit at that podium with his wife and say, yeah, I did this, I put myself in a bad situation, I think that cost him those 2 or 3 other MVPs that he should have won when he was on that tear from 2004 to, pretty much till he retired. But during those early 2000s, 4, 5, 6, 60-point night, 50-point night, dropped the 81 during that period and got 1 MVP. And that's the shit that burns me up when I'm having this GOAT debate between him, Jordan, and LeBron, because I can't argue with their hardware, LeBron and Mike. But we know Kobe got snubbed, but I really believe it was because of his off-court actions. They caught up with him. Even though he walked away legally, he didn't do anything. Nobody thinks that bruh raped that little white girl. We don't know why he hit her, and you live in LA and there's so many other beautiful women you had a choice to hit, Kobe, RIP. But at the end of the day, that caught up, his off the court actions caught up with him on the court. He's killing it and no MVP. but Steve Nash gets the MVP. And during that time, the Lakers sucked, but he still got them in the playoff, still put pressure on the Suns' neck when they was making a run for it back then. But again, your off the court actions cost you on the court. It's the same thing that can happen to you, bro. You've been working at UPS, FedEx, Amazon, whoever else. You got a solid ass job, but you can't put the weed down. You don't know how to tell your homeboys no. You don't know how to control your emotions when you get into it with your old lady. Now you sitting in jail for a minute. Somebody got to bail you out, but your job ain't know where you was for 2 or 3 days. Now you done lost your job or got suspended. Your off the court, off the job actions can affect you at the job, on the court, because that's what it is for them. It's their job. They're an employee. I don't give a fuck how many millions they're making. If they're making that much money, somebody can afford to pay multiple players on the team millions of dollars. How much money do you think the owners are making off of them? You're an employee. If you're not moving in the right way, they got a right to trade you, fire you, suspend you, whatever the case may be. So brothers, you got to be aware of what you're doing and who you're around in your circle. And sometimes even when you have those people that have been down with you from jump, they may not be in the right frame of mind to be in your circle when you get to that success level. Everybody can't go. Some people fold under the pressure of success. So when you bring somebody with you, you thinking y'all finna ball out, y'all done made it. No, bruh, you made it. Your partner ain't ready for that shit. He finna fuck not only himself up, but you. And you're the only one that's gonna have to pay for it because you where the money at. You where the success is. But a lot of cats don't understand that. Unfortunately, we get overexcited, overjoyed with fun in our community. How many times have we seen it? Where people win the lottery or make the league, and then they start tricking the shit off on these women. They can't say no. You don't have no type of self-discipline. But again, the culture. That's what we're supposed to do. You're supposed to drive this type of car. You're supposed to have this amount of jewelry. You're supposed to spend this type of money. You're supposed to take all this shit, and at the end of the day, it don't boil down to nothing. How the fuck you have millions of dollars and you don't even have a house or a car? You got millions of dollars. You can drop $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 on a house scot-free. Nice size house for you and your immediate family to live in for the rest of your damn life. You got reliable transportation at least for the next 10, 15, 20 years. Let me get to some of these comments. Let me see, Theo. Random question. I know y'all in ATL, but y'all in the South, I'm not. Got a guy asking for a Roll Tide sound drop. Y'all know any specific good one? I'm gonna have to find you one, bro, because, yeah, I'm in Atlanta, but I am from Bama, bro. Roll Tide. For those thinking it's Atlanta, hey, you gotta look for that swoop. Look for that little swoop, man. Roll Tide. So yeah, bro, I need to find him a Roll Tide soundbite, man. I'll try to shoot it to you. If you're gonna be on live tomorrow, I'll try to hop in and try to remember to find it for you and shoot it to you. But brothers be in these great positions, man. Great positions. And fuck it off. Either you get successful and you can't handle the pressure, or you trying to save every damn body else and they can't handle the pressure of success. We know what it's like to ramen noodle it up, peanut butter jelly it up, figure it out, fried bologna. I don't eat swine no more, but I done had me a couple of fried bologna sandwiches with mustard. Oh, I know that shit hidden. I just don't dine on swine anymore. Get myself I don't dine on swine no more. But I know what it's like to have to scrimp, save, rob Peter to pay Paul, and try to make your way out. And then when that shit starts leveling out, and black men, hear me out, men in general, black men specifically, are white and other hues of brown are welcome. But black men, you're not gonna hit your stride to about 35, 45. That 10-year window, that's when you're in your 20s, you're making your mistakes. Your 30s, you're going to pay for those mistakes, learn from them, start correcting them, and everything that you're correcting probably isn't going to smooth out until your 40s. So you're not behind, bro. You're not a late bloomer. You're right on time. That's typical for about 80% of us. You're going to have those few cats like a Ja to get it and get it early and don't know what to do with it and might be getting ready to fuck up a bag. Now, I know he got his guaranteed money, but still, these actions can catch up with you. And that's why I was going with the conversation, the little piece I was having about Kobe. Bro ain't finna win no MVP. He not getting the MVP this year. Let me put this shit back up. I put this shit up 2 games into the fucking season, man. October 21st, 2022. I'm going to read it again for those that may have just got in. I'm not the prediction guy. I'm not. And I know it's only 2 games in, but that boy Doc going for MVP this year. The pressure they put on the Warriors last year, he was going to come in hungry. Let me show y'all these other numbers. For those that don't know, Kobe's my GOAT. But until Derrick Rose stands at the podium and says he's retiring from the NBA, this is my favorite player right now. I don't give a damn if he's not playing. He playing his role as the OG and trying to guide those younger point guards on the Knicks. I'm a Knicks fan, by the way, so I'm just loving the fact that Derrick Rose played for the Knicks. But look at these numbers. And D Rose is my dude. I don't give a fuck how many legs he done blown out. Until that man stand at that podium and say he retiring, I'm rocking with D Rose. But look at these numbers. D Rose 2011 numbers. 25 points, 4 rebounds, close to 8 assists a game, shooting 43% from the field. Look at Ja numbers. 25 points. We're going to go ahead and round up. 24.7, but 25 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. So we got 2 more rebounds, same amount of points, and 1 less assist, but he's shooting better from the field. He was on his way, but because of his off-court antics, that bullshit that he was on, he's not going to get MVP. It's going to follow him. Even next year, until that shit is totally under the rug, where the media's forgotten, where this cancel culture has totally forgotten, he's not going to win MVP. Even if he's in the running, they're not going to give it to him. I could see maybe within the next 3, maybe 5 years, if he's still putting up numbers like that, busting the league ass like he said, then yeah, they may circle back and have to go on ahead and give him one. But right now, the tear he was on with the Grizz being number 2, he's not going to get MVP this year. Even with them being solid as a team as they are. Because that's the thing about the MVP. It's not just you balling out. How good is your team? They number 2 in the West. He's killing it numbers-wise. But because of his off-court shit, he ain't going to get it. Start making better choices. I end my shit with that, bro. Make better choices. I'm not just talking to y'all. I'm talking to me first. It's a reason why I talk this shit on here. 1, it's helping me. 2, it's helping you or somebody else that needs it. And 3, people get pissed off at this one. You can't whoop my ass like you think you can. So I'm going to keep talking this shit. Applaud for myself again. Now we're going, but again, this culture shit is going to kill us as black men. We got to do better about this, man. Again, shameless plug to my partner, Theo Coop. We got to do better. Real talk. We have to make better choices, better decisions. And I'm going to share something that a black woman told me. My mama just happens to be a black woman. You got to be able to make a decision and not feel guilty. And that's the part that's been killing us a lot as black men. We feel guilty about that shit. That's why some other dude is going to come behind bruh with those 7 different kids and still take care of that woman and another kid from another man because she's such a good woman. I don't want to lose her. We can have a family. And when she get tired of that dude, because he's probably going to be opposite of the fuck nigga she got pregnant by, then she's not going to like it. She's going to stay a little while, get her child raised, and all of a sudden she's going to want a divorce or a breakup. Y'all stop me when I start lying. I don't get paid to lie. Hell, I'm not getting paid at all. This shit ain't even monetized. I ain't even got no incentive to lie to your ass. Let's move on. I really want to talk about, again, Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors. Both of these brothers are killing it. And this is what I love about their relationship as men. That is a brotherhood. That's what brotherhood looks like. The support they have for each other. When Michael B was talking about, he could talk to his partner, he got something going on. He just trying to figure stuff out. He tell him his girl problems, shit like that. But again, had the pictures come up. Y'all saw the thumbnail pictures. Excuse me. Some people were saying, oh, they sound sultry, or they look a little bit sultry or zesty or whatever the fuck the word is now. Because they were hugged up. That's your bro. You throw your arm around them. That's your partner. You dap your bro up. You hug him. You love him to death. Y'all work together. And y'all work well off camera. That's your boy. And that's all I see. Again, some celebrity shit, but you're just dialing it down to the average day-to-day brothers. You got a partner at your job right now that'll probably, y'all cool, y'all done went to the company barbecue, whatever, but if you call that dude at 3 o'clock in the morning, that might be the dude that you can get on the phone, whereas the dude that you grew up with ain't nowhere around when you really need him. It's a lot of friends you can have that you can party with and turn up with, but when you going through something, they ain't nowhere around. But with Michael B and Jonathan Majors, it looks like they linked up and they got an actual brotherhood together. So let me get the shout out to you, Blood Crow. Back to this. I didn't hit my stride until I left the military at 46. Bruh, and that's, for those that don't know, I got 15 years in come August this year. Been in the Army 15 years, man. I got 5 more to ride out, and by that time, I'll be in my mid-40s. Y'all see it on the screen. The brother had to work. Now, I don't know if you're retired or, medical retirement or whatever, but shout out to you, bro. Because I know the Army gave you a leg up. I think, Theo, you was in for a little minute. You threw on one of the uniforms for a little minute. So it does give you a leg up. It does give you an opportunity to do something. I'm not going to just sit on here and just push the military because it ain't for everybody. But whatever skill set you do have, black men, perfect that shit. Get it down. Get cold at it. It's one of the brothers I know that's really pushing cloud technology. I'm going to end up bringing him on. And we're going to have that discussion. We got to start opening up our options. Not just with passport bros, not just with dating outside the culture or whatnot. Different women, you got to open up your options mentally. Different places you're going to go, different foods you're going to try, different businesses you want to try. Shit that been sitting in the back of your head for the longest, it's time to put that shit into action until it gets to fruition. You've been dibbling and dabbling a little bit too long. Again, I'm not going to tell y'all shit that I wouldn't say to myself and hold myself to that same level of accountability. That's the whole purpose of this YouTube shit. I've been sitting on thinking about doing a YouTube page since 2020. I didn't start until last year around this time. And now I'm a year in and still not monetized. It's okay. I'm still gonna push. I don't stop for shit. I'm gonna win. And I want brothers to have that same fucking mentality. You gonna win. It might be at 46. I'm just now really hitting my stride within the last probably 2 years. Again, between 35 to 45 is beautiful, bro. It's beautiful. So for any young cat out there, like, man, I'm going through it, man. I'm working at this bullshit ass job. I'm stocking. I got to listen to this motherfucker. Me too. We done all been through it. That's part of the course, man. I'm not going to tell you to stop bitching and moaning because I know what that fucking feel like. And I know what it feels like and to be a goddamn father. Everything you decide today determine if your child eat tomorrow. So I know that feeling. Keep fucking pushing through that shit, man. Keep working. Again, back to Michael B and Jonathan Majors. These brothers in their mid-late 30s. What I say? But again, it looked like quick money. You remember when Michael B was on The Wire? He was like 14 then. He did some other little acting gigs. Then he kind of, disappeared for a minute. He was getting his shit together. Then we saw him in Fruitvale Station, which was an independent film. And bro ain't looked back. Been having blockbusters. We got to understand this brother done put in the work. Creed is a franchise. It's not just a movie. It's 3 movies. He has a franchise because he did the work. He found his craft. Now, of course, people gonna be like, oh, well, you ain't no Michael B. Jordan. You ain't no Jonathan Majors. You ain't this and that. It's not about that, bro. Remember what I said earlier. It's the work ethic. I don't give a damn if it's you make music, if you're producing, if you're rapping, if you're singing, if you want to go back to school to be a chef. Shout out to Dr. T.S. Johnson. I think he said as he started to get older, he started finding out he liked cooking. So he started finding different dishes he want to start preparing. Now he's a professor, but he found another love in something else that he could put it into. Whether it's a hobby or you can start making money off of it. Just sharpen your skills, brother. Let me get some of these content. Peace, 100. I know 100. What's going on with you, King? This my boy from college. Boy, we used to get into some shit. Be high as fuck watching Family Guy. My nigga. But you gotta stay on your path, man. Don't let anybody veer you off your path. And I know I talk about these bird brain assholes a lot. But I know how they get us off our path, or we, accountability, will get off our path for them, thinking we're doing the right thing by trying to be this family man. Look, bro, I'm 41 years old. I done raised a whole adult. My daughter's 19 years old, bro. I done did my job. Done with having kids. Ain't really stressing about these women no damn more. When I was trying to be a good stepfather, I done told y'all some of them stories. Trying to just bite the bullet at the job. No, give yourself the credit. All that shit I went through at work-wise, I know that it's working now. I had to go through a hell of a storm. I'm gonna save that story for later on. But back to Michael B. and Jonathan Majors. I'm gonna play this clip for you, man, that Michael B. Jordan was talking about, because you know everybody saw what a chick called him corny and all that shit, and then he responded on the red carpet because guess who has the leg up now? And then a lot of people are like, oh, this nigga sensitive, including the other brothers. Oh, this nigga sensitive, man. You gotta learn to let it go as a black man. We gotta keep doing it. You don't get to talk to the sister like that. How the fuck did he speak to her? He just reminded her, yeah, I'm the corner guy. What's going on? He answered her questions, didn't he? She had a job. He had a job. They both did their job. But his job as a man is, you can't get mad at a man because he has a memory. Nigga, remember when you curved him. Now you want to skip your ass back with extra elbow meat, chin whiskers, and 5 goddamn kids from 4 different men. No, we not doing that shit. No, shawty. When I wanted your ass back then, you didn't want me. Back then, hoes didn't want me. Now hoes all on me. When you didn't want them, now it's an issue. When you was teasing them in school, when he was a little skinny, big head kid, right? Now he remembers, hey, I made it. And what I believe is that shit, like they used to clown, like chick was saying, she doubled down on it. She was saying, oh, we used to clown them, oh, you coming in with your little headshots, this, that, and the third, you ain't finna do nothing. What GQ or whoever said it was the sexiest man alive, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, but the brother worked. I'm big on work ethic. I'm big on the try. And I know a lot of people will say, oh, it's either do or don't do. In order to do something means you were attempting to do it. An attempt is a try, nigga. You have to try. Make a fucking effort. Let me play this clip. Bring home this point.
Different, period. I rarely go out. And I always felt like if other cats was out partying and I was home studying, I would have the edge. Like, I'm literally like, all right, I will party later. I work hard now, so the second half of my life, I can do whatever the fuck I want. Mm-hmm. That's been my mentality. It's like, I'm not going to trick off my early years for partying and then worry about struggling, how I'm going to make it, how I'm going to take care of my family, how I'm going to take care of everybody else. Like, that's not going to be me. I'm going to grind it out now. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to set up the foundation so I can enjoy myself later. That's always been my mentality. Man,
I want y'all to see the Facebook post. That's another one of my partners. Shout out to D'Amico. That's a brother I was talking about. So if y'all want to find him on Facebook or look for him on here on YouTube, it's Black in the Cloud. He talks a lot about cloud engineering and stuff like that. And that brother got a hell of a story and he's killing it. So D'Amico's, if you see this, bro, shout yourself out. Hop in the chat, see who you can bother to try to get on this cloud tech shit. Because I don't know where everybody's profession is, but it's an option. Matter of fact, he's younger than me and he was mentoring me through the cloud shit, and I just got my first certification at the top of the year because it sparked my fucking interest. Because like, oh shit, this is something that I can do, I want to do, and I'm interested in. So now I'm still learning different skills and stuff like that. I'm just trying to add on and keep building. But I want you to look at what he said. This is back in 2020 to all my young black guys. If you handle your business and sacrifice a year or two to grind, your 30s is like being in your 20s, but with money. Again, he's in his 30s. The nigga probably finna find some other shit out. If other shit start going wrong in your 30s. But you have a foundation. You have a better financial foundation. You have more life experience to gain and learn from. So if your 30s are gonna be your 20s, let your 40s be your 30s. Enjoy this shit, bro. I'm tired of burying black men due to stress. When we looking at this shit, a lot of this stuff is just underlying stress. Whether it's cancer or heart disease or any other ailments that black men are just supposed to get. When it boils down to it, a lot of it is stress, which can lead to depression, which is what the fuck I had went through. I know I went on a hiatus back in January, February, like bro was going through it. I really was. But now that I had to fight through that storm, I'm on the other side of the storm. I'm gonna share that story with y'all soon, but I really wanted to touch on that tonight. Look at what Michael B said. Let me play it again, man. Like, really hear what he's saying. Because it's so simple, but it seems like the hardest thing for us to do is to not party, is to give up a little bit of fun. We've traded in family for fun. We'll have all this fun and ain't got shit to show in real life.
Different, period. I rarely go out. And I always felt like if other cats was out partying and I was home studying, I would have an edge. Like, I'm literally like, all right, I will party later. I work hard now, so the second half of my life, I can do whatever the fuck I want. Mm-hmm. That's been my mentality. It's like, I'm not going to trick off my early years for partying and then worry about struggling, how I'm going to make it, how I'm going to take care of my family, how I'm going to take care of everybody else. Like, that's not going to be me. I'm going to grind it out now. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to set up the foundation so I can enjoy myself later. That's always been my mentality. Man,
ain't that the goal? To be able to do what the fuck you want to do? Ain't that the goal? So why wouldn't you exercise delayed gratification? This is the culture again. Everything got to be now. And I'm not even talking about this generation. Hell, it was back in my generation. Niggas been wearing J's since, shit, I could walk. Cats been going to the party, drinking, smoking it up, running behind these bird brain assholes, and ain't got shit to show for it. And I don't wish that on no man. But again, if you want to be buddy from the first video, 7 kids, 7 different baby mamas, you don't know how to exercise dick control, bro, that's on you. They ain't on nobody but you. But don't come over here with that type of energy. We trying to build over here. We trying to encourage each other. Excuse me. We trying to encourage each other, and don't get to that point where you can't turn around and thank another brother or show another brother or befriend another brother just because you got it. And I'm sick of that shit too. It ain't just in this YouTube space. Niggas will get it outside and then start to stunt and want to act like they always had it. No, nigga. I remember when you needed to sleep on somebody's couch or in your car. Or you had, again, to rob Peter to pay Paul. We done all been through it. With them type of cats, but that tell you who the fuck they are mentally. Money don't change who you are. It shows you more of who the fuck you are. Get to this last video, man. We're gonna go ahead and get ready to wrap up. Listen to this shit, bro.
Man to God. You sit amongst Olympus, and I honor you. I love you. And we are all so proud to call you our son, our brother, but chiefly, I am extremely honored to call you my friend. And I love you. And I'm very happy about this. And don't be talking shit later about it. But you deserve it. No man on the planet I know deserves it more. I love you to the moon and back. That's that. Thank you.
Y'all gotta understand what it is to hear that from another black man on some real shit. to look at a man in his face and tell him that you love him. You don't want nothing from him. No money, no free weed, no hook me up with this bitch. Bruh, I love you. Let's ride this shit out. I'm proud of you, man. You doing X, Y, and Z. Bruh, you killing it. Because we all know, even when we on that success trajectory, we start questioning ourselves because of the hell we done went through. We start questioning ourselves like, am I supposed to be doing this? Is this shit supposed to be this easy? Is it supposed to be this smooth right now? Is this what this look like? You're going to need to pull on another brother. You're going to have to at some point, even just to recalibrate and say, hey, bro, did you notice when blah, 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 blah? Yeah, nigga, you killing that shit. Bruh, stop second guessing yourself, man. Do blah, blah, blah. Keep doing X, Y, Z. And you got to have a brother be like, hey, bro, you fucking up. Nigga, what I do? Remember when you said you was going to do such and such by such and such time? What's going on? You got to have accountability partners, man. Because ain't nobody going to hold your feet to the fire like another man going to hold your feet to the fire. Like the way Buddy was talking in the first video, 7 kids by 7 baby mamas, don't give a fuck. That's not a man to me. It is what it is, but bruh say he don't give a fuck, so he don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about talking about him. It don't matter. That's not a man to me, but that's that tall 12-year-old is what I call him. That tall 12-year-old that a lot of these women will fuck with. And a lot of these women are called tranny child molesters. They want to act like they got a fucking dick. They want to think they the fucking man, and they'll either mess with younger men or a childish ass man with that type of mentality. So again, bro, we got to be careful about the choices we're making. Look at the women. 9 times out of 10, of course, he's not talking about some internet baddie. He talking about the average, everyday chick. You going again? My example's the grocery store. If you gonna run into at Kroger, Publix, or whatever your respective regional grocery store is. That's these women out here. I'm not saying it's all of them, but it's a lot of them. That's a lot of women. For him to have 7 kids by 7 different women, and several other women had abortions or popped the Plan B, that's multiple women for one man. But yet we hear all these stories of how men got all these hoes. No, man, that one individual dude, that tall 12-year-old got all these hoes that he's running through. And ain't no telling how many of them regular ass women took their ass back home and kissed their man in the mouth. Be careful out here, bro. Like on some G shit. But I did want to show that clip of Jonathan Majors giving Michael B. Jordan his flowers at his Hollywood, he getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Because that little part he went on, you know, he had a longer speech, but I clipped that part because it meant something to me. For him to turn around and look at bruh and just tell him, bruh, I love you. I'm proud of you. Like, that's the work that Michael B was putting in. That's the corny work he was putting in. I tell brothers all the time, do the boring shit. Do the boring shit. Just preparing for this live last night, or today rather. I was up till 1 o'clock in the morning doing the boring shit, getting these clips ready, having to edit it. That's the work it's gonna take for me to bring in this type of channel to you. And it's only gonna get better, but I know I gotta go harder. I gotta pick up. That's why I got the mic. Next, gotta get a better camera. I'm piecing it together. Having a conversation. I'm gonna do a little short live about chess. Me and my partner earlier were talking about chess, and I'm gonna land it here. If you know the game of chess, you can lose your queen and still win the game. You can lose your old lady, right? Women handle a lot of stuff. I'm not taking anything away from them. But the queen on the chessboard moves like a woman in life. She can go here, there, do it. She can do multiple things. When it come down to that king, the king moves one space at a time, whether it's forward or backwards, left or right, or in a diagonal. You might have to veer off. It's a great metaphor for life. I just learned during the pandemic, so I'm not going to act like I'm Bobby Fischer or some goddamn body. But the game of chess, if y'all have not played it, brothers, please take the time and try to learn how to play. Start first with learning how the pieces move. Don't worry about winning. Just like life, again, Don't worry about winning at first. Learn how to play the game. Once you learn how to play the game, now you can strategize. Now you can start winning. Now you can learn, because you never really lose. You just learned a lesson. I was playing one of my partners. I was killing him. He started figuring me out. I had to step up so I could keep beating him. Then I played another guy that kicked my ass. I haven't beat him yet. We played like 5-6 times. He keeps kicking my ass. But every time I play, I learn something. And he told me that shit too. Bruh, I had to think. I thought I was just gonna wipe you off the damn board. I had to call my brother after we played. I had to tell him, hey, Kofa gonna be one of them ones. When I point some certain stuff out to him, he gonna be one of them ones. Because the brother learned how to play chess from a master chess player. Let me get to this last comment. See, man, I wish you would have showed me that back in school, man. Dirty Boy said I've been playing chess since I was in elementary school. I didn't know that. We was too high. We was playing PlayStation, Vice City and shit. Let me get up to this poll. Let me see what this poll look like. So I asked in the poll, should black men be careful of our image and how we represent the culture? I got 70% said yes, and 30% said it is what it is. I think we should, but I also understand the idea of it is what it is, because you can only be in control of yourself. That's the whole premise. I'm big on black men taking care of yourself, which is going to take care of your family and friends, which takes care of a better community. But I'm not going to belabor the point again. I appreciate y'all rocking with me tonight. Again, anybody want to hop in real quick? The doors of the church is open. I got the comment pinned to the top. It's all the way up. Let me see if I can share it again real quick, just in case, because I'll stay on if y'all want to chop it up. Again, you don't got to cam up. You don't got to look your best. There it is in the chat if anybody did want to hop on. I can slide this shit up. Damn, computer freezing on me. Let me see. Hold on. Give me a quick second. Yeah, I pinned it to the top of the chat. So if anybody want to hop on real quick, man, I'm going to go ahead and start boiling it down unless somebody does pop in. If not, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this shit up. But I appreciate y'all rocking with me tonight. But black men, just take into account them videos I played for real. Bro, I got 7 kids by 7 different damn women, man.
You cannot make this shit up.
Shout out to the Godfather. It just don't make sense, man. But these are the guys that look like they winning. But please don't look at him as an example of what winning looks like. You got plenty of skills, bro. And for a brother to have that much time to run around, who knows what the fuck he got going on in his personal life. He might have it like that. Not just with the women, but money-wise. I don't know. I don't know what bro does. Again, it's some other people that took the time to interview him and ask questions and, you know, beat up on him verbally and all that shit. The nigga don't give a fuck. That motherfucker ain't blink. I watched some of them videos. It's dudes like that exist. Dude ain't blink. He gonna be who the fuck he is. So why won't you be who the fuck you are? If you know that's not who you are, get you your little 1 or 2 chicks, but make sure you in a spot. Stop moving in with these bitches. You always want to have something for yourself. They gonna call you selfish. They gonna use the sign language. They gonna, you know, talk how bad you are and you can't handle a real black woman and all that type of shit. They gonna talk they shit. But guess where they gonna talk it from? Wherever the fuck she at. Cause you in your shit. Whether it's an apartment, condo, house, if you sleeping in your motherfucking car, I don't give a shit. Build, bro. Start building for yourself. Take yourself into account. Like I always say, man, you matter. You're not crazy. And make better choices. Then you go to Ja, a brother that does that. We know got it. Not pocket watching, but we know got it. We know what NBA players get paid. And maybe we could chalk it up to, oh, he's young and people gonna make excuses for him. And that's my fear. I fear that less than what the fuck he's done. Because when people start making excuses for his previous behavior with that type of thug shit, then he gonna feel like he can get away with it and do the shit again. And that's when his ass gonna get caught up. Sprinkle a bitch in the mix, and it's a wrap. And I don't want to see that. I don't want to see no 30-30 on this young bro some years from now of what the fuck could have been. But because of his off-court actions, his on-court is going to be affected. He's not getting that MVP that I think he was making a run for this year. That's my personal opinion. Again, Jonathan Majors, Michael B. Find your brother to link with, bro. Find your brother to link with. Somebody on the same level. It may not be your boy that you grew up with. People, just like marriages and all that shit, and people grow apart, this, that. So do friends. They got their path to walk. You got your path to walk. Sometimes it's okay to be that Ronin. For those that don't know, I'm gonna nerd out real quick. A Ronin is a samurai without a master. You gotta walk that path alone. It used to be a shameful thing for a samurai not to have somebody to work for. But in this day and age, you might need to be the Ronin for a little while till you figure your shit out. So check YouTube, go get the therapy you may need, find a fucking hobby. Whatever the case is where you gotta build, go do that shit, man. Let's start simplifying this shit. Let's stop everybody a fucking licensed clinician now, all of a sudden, because they got a fucking iPhone and a camera and a new microphone. I'm proud of my microphone. But everybody a fucking licensed clinician now, man. But you know you, or I pray you do. And if you don't, for any single fathers out there, or fathers out there, period, married or not, I ain't been married, I can't give you marriage advice. Not going to. But fatherhood, bro, don't forget who the fuck you are. I know you love them babies. I know you do. Don't lose account of who the fuck you are as a man. Anyways, again, I'm Kofa, Growth Talk Podcast. Wake your ugly ass up. Finna go out here in the garage, smoke me a cigar. It's been a pleasure. Again, greatest rapper of all time, died on March 9th. Shout out to Biggie Smalls. I really appreciate y'all rocking with me, man. I really appreciate the comments. Y'all gotta start hopping on this camera though, man, chopping it up with your boy. Make it easier for me, and then we can just have these conversations. One day I'm gonna do a live in the garage so we can sit on there and smoke and talk shit. I know I said that shit before, but I'm gonna have to move some shit, clean up and all that. But we're gonna leave off with Burning like always.
People don't like how you be yourself. Fuck them. Fuck them up against the wall. Wear handcuffs on and crazy through on their lips.
If they don't like you, fuck them. As always, brothers, you matter. You're not crazy. Make better choices. Peace.